Okay, I've never done an unboxing video before. There's a first time for everything. So I just got my hands on the new Switch controller bar version 2. I'm very excited to pull this sucker out of the box and see what we've got. Anybody who knows me knows that I did have a few gripes about the version 1. From what I've heard online, and from those that have used the new updated version 2 bar, is that it's vastly improved. I haven't been able to use my version 1 for a while because my center line snapped, and so I was using a substitute bar for the course of the winter, and now we're getting into water season and I want to get out with this thing. First thing I can say is already the bar grip feels a lot better. It's got a little bit of softness to it. It's rubber. And doesn't look like it has the little black rubber inside that peeled off with version 1. It comes with the leash. I've seen the leash before on the beach. I gotta say that I'm not super happy with this being a fixed type loop rather than the locking style carabiner that was on the last one. The last one had a safety gate here to prevent it from opening. With my harness on this leash, I'm going to have to take my leash line off the back on my bar pass line and feed this through. That's my particular harness, which is a Dakine. Very difficult to do that. Let's give this sucker a test. Okay, so this is the same as before. Easy goes. Never had an issue with Switch's safety release mechanism on the leash. I test it out quite often. Okay, let's check out this bar. I was getting nervous using knives around these things, but you just have to be careful. It's a little cold outside still here in Canada. It's third week in April 2014, and a lot of places where I go are still got a lot of shore ice. Normally it'd be out in the water by now. So what are we looking at here? I'm gonna have to get this outside and unwind these lines before I do anything. Let's have a look at the chicken loop. It looks pretty much the same. Donkey Dick is different. Looks like it functions, hopefully. Unlike the last bar, which had a tendency of coming unhooked. It's happened to me about maybe half a dozen times in the water. I've never had a serious crash or anything because of it, but it'd be nice to have a chicken loop that was a little more secure. I see on the safety line, there's another little hook here, presumably just to hook the little carabiner from my leash onto. Chicken loop, safety release is same. Never had an issue with this one, except once in the wintertime, I think it was last February, where this thing froze solid on me. And thankfully I didn't need it, but went to test it out and it was frozen. Don't see much change here, which is fine. Don't mess with a good thing. Push away chicken little. Now, where are these soft ends? Okay, well, this bar is confirmed to have soft ends, softer than the last. At least they're not hard plastic. The new lines, which I had already updated one of my other bars with, are great. It's supposed to be less prone to stretching. Got this stopper ball. We'll have to figure out how that works, but it is supposed to eliminate the flapping trim line, which happened on the first version bar often when trimmed out. So before I get this thing out, and when I go unwind the lines, usually I'll take some candle wax and rub it up and down these lines, extend the life of them. And the pass-through on the bar is looks like aluminum and machined nice and smooth. Excellent. Excellent. And they stuck with the clam cleat trim line, which I'm happy with, actually. Coming from Ozone, I do like the clam cleats. All I gotta say that riding fresh water, I have seen these things get bunged up with salt from guys who have come from the ocean inland, and they've needed a fair amount of rinsing to get the salt out, but shouldn't be an issue if you rinse your stuff off after you ride. I wish I had a bar 1 here handy. I got it down in my storage unit for comparison. I'm going to put this away for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over and unbox the Nitro version 3. So this is a very happy day for me. Got 2 Switch products in the mail. Now what this does is it updates my quiver to all the latest stuff. Sold my Element version 1 11 meter to a local rider a couple weeks back. Wife won't let me buy anything new until I sell something off, so that's kind of the rules. The rules around here anyway. As usual, switch pump. I have about a half a dozen of these now. Good pump, it works. One thing that I've noticed, continuous improvement on the part of Switch, the quality of the kite bags right through the generations. From the first kites that came out, to the second gen kites, and now the third gen kites, the bags have all been improving. They're just a heck of a lot easier to deal with now. They're more rugged. They got carry handles, better zippers, and expansion. So you can put your kite in here, maybe not have it quite as rolled up tight as you'd like it to be. Expand the bag, stick the kite in, and then cinch the bag down. The other thing, which is really nice, is the controller bar pocket. Which we'll fit that in there later. Controller bar pocket's nice. Something else that Switch is good for, generally. It's the first aid kit. Throwing in some stickers. One day I'll have a car of my own, I can put those stickers on. Let's have a look at what's in here. I've got a bunch of these now, never had to use one, thankfully. Got some sealant, got some patches. Some extra fittings for the hoses, etc. Let's hope I never have to use that. It's only a matter of time, I'm sure. This is good. I like to have an extra fitting. Nice wide lip mouthpiece on the end plate. And I'm inside, so I'm not going to unroll the kite, but if it's anything like the Element version 2, this sucker's going to be bomber. And if the improvement is anything like the Element 2 was over the Element 1, which had some good points, some really good points, and a few demerits, I would give it. If the Nitro version 3 is anything close to the improvement of the Element version 2 over the version 1, we're going to be in good standing. I got rid of my Nitro version 1 probably a couple years ago now, maybe a year and a half ago. I hope whoever bought it has had a good chance to enjoy it. Well, that's it. Here's the latest update to my quiver. Got the Nitro 12 meter version 3. We got the controller bar version 2. New and improved. Improved bar, improved lines, improved donkey dick, improved safety. And apparently this bar is universal. So I may just have to go and try it out on the foil just to see.